restores my soul. In the previous verse, the psalmist was describing grazing in the green grass and drinking the beautiful waters. And right here, he lets us know that things were not as perfect as they seemed. Think about it. If something needs to be restored, then something must have been broken or something must have been lost. So when he says that the Lord restores my soul, he's really telling us that he recognizes that he wasn't where he was supposed to be, and the Lord brought him back. And the Hebrew word here for restored is yeshovev. And it's an interesting word. It appears in 12 other places in Scripture. And if we look at the other places where it appears, we see that it really means to turn something around, to send it in a new direction. For example, in Ezekiel chapter 39, Ezekiel describes how the Lord turns away the enemies of Israel, and that's the word that he uses. Or in Jeremiah chapter 8, in describing the Jewish people, the people of Israel turning away from the Lord. It's the same word. So this word for restores really means to head in a new direction. And that's what the psalmist is saying. He's saying, yeah, I was happy then eating the grass and drinking the water, and I didn't even realize that I was lost, but the Lord came along and he turned me around and he sent me in a new direction. He restored my soul. And he did it by leading me through paths of righteousness. Now here again, the Hebrew's interesting. The word for paths, ma'agal, really means a kind of long, roundabout route, almost like a detour. It's an interesting word for path. So you put it together and the psalmist is saying, look, I was happy where I was, but I obviously wasn't where I was supposed to be. And the Lord came along and he turned me around and he got me moving, and I wasn't even sure where we were going in this long roundabout path. It might have been even confusing for me, but the Lord was doing this all for his name's sake, for the sake of his name. I was not living for him. I was living for me. I wasn't where I was supposed to be. And the Lord turned me in a new direction. I traveled. I didn't know what the Lord had in mind, but the Lord, the shepherd, clearly had a plan. He restored my soul and led me to fulfill my potential, not for me, but for him.